Think about the heavy, exhausting feeling that washes over your entire body the moment a certain name appears on your phone screen. You know exactly who I am talking about. Before you even answer the call, before a single word is spoken, your heart rate spikes, your shoulders tense, your breathing becomes shallow, and you instinctively brace yourself for the inevitable, agonizing drain of your energy. For decades, society has fed you a toxic, deeply exhausting lie. They have told you that you must tolerate disrespect, endless drama, and emotional greed simply because someone shares your bloodline, or because you have known them for 30, 40, or 50 years. They have conditioned you to believe that a good person, a wise elder, is someone who acts as an infinite sponge for the misery of others. I am looking you directly in the eye today to tell you that this is not loyalty, and this is not love. This is biological and spiritual self-sabotage. If you are finally ready to stop being the emotional dumping ground for people who do not respect your boundaries, and if you want to master the uncompromising laws of protecting your peace in your later years, I invite you to subscribe to this channel right now. Join our sanctuary of sovereign wisdom, where we replace the loud, toxic chaos of the modern world with the deep, magnetic stillness of the soul. Subscribe now, and let us fundamentally change the way you protect your life force. You must begin by understanding the rigorous, uncompromising biology of what is actually happening when you interact with someone who drains your peace. This is not just a matter of psychological annoyance. It is a violent attack on your cellular health and your electromagnetic field. Your brain is an electrical organ, but your heart is a massive magnetic engine that emits a torus field extending several feet outside of your physical body. When you allow someone to bring their chaos, their victimhood, or their passive aggression into your physical or digital space, their jagged, dense frequency literally crashes against your magnetic field. Your nervous system is immediately thrown out of the smooth, healing frequencies of alpha and theta and plunged into the chaotic, terrified beta brainwave state of survival. Your body begins pumping cortisol and adrenaline as if you are being hunted by a predator. You are forcing your heart and your mind to work overtime just to process their parasitic frequency. Every time you endure a conversation that leaves you feeling exhausted, empty, and anxious, you are not just losing your patience, you are literally burning through the vital life force that is meant to sustain your health and longevity. You are allowing them to age you. Why do you continue to open your door to people who treat your peace with such profound disregard? The answer lies in the deep, agonizing illusion of duty and the Buddhist concept of upadana, which is the desperate, terrified clinging to things that are destroying us. As you age, your ego develops a profound fear of isolation. You look at your history with these people, the decades of shared memories, or the biological fact that they are your adult children or your siblings, and your mind convinces you that cutting them off would make you a cruel, unforgiving person. You carry the heavy guilt of the survivor, believing that because you have found the quiet place in your life, you are somehow obligated to pull everyone else out of the mud, even when they refuse to stand up on their own. But in the deepest teachings of Zen philosophy, true wisdom is the realization that your later years are a sacred temple, not a landfill. Letting go of someone who poisons your water is not an act of hatred, malice, or cruelty. It is the highest, most profound expression of self-respect. You cannot save a drowning person who is determined to pull you under the water with them. To reclaim your sovereignty, you must clearly identify the three distinct types of energetic thieves that are currently occupying the quantum real estate of your life. The first is the crisis creator. This is often an adult child or a very close friend who lives in a perpetual, never-ending state of emergency. Every time they contact you, the sky is falling. They have made another terrible financial decision. They are in another toxic relationship, or they have managed to get themselves into a situation that requires an immediate savior. They do not want your wisdom, and they do not want to learn how to fix their own lives. They want your energy, your anxiety, and very often your money. When you step in to rescue them, you are not helping them. You are stealing their karma and validating their incompetence, while utterly destroying your own nervous system. The second thief is the guilt tripper. This person operates through the dark, heavy frequency of emotional manipulation. They keep a meticulous, invisible scoreboard of every flaw you have ever had and every mistake you made decades ago. They use your past against you to ensure that you remain in a subordinate, apologetic state. If you try to set a boundary or tell them you need space, they immediately attack your character, telling you that you are selfish, that you have changed for the worse, or that you are abandoning them after everything they have done for you. They demand that you continuously prove your love and your worth by sacrificing your own comfort. They feed on your desperate need to be seen as a good person, and as long as you seek their approval, they will hold you as an energetic hostage. The third thief is the chronic complainer. This is the person who brings a dark, suffocating cloud into your home the moment they walk through the door. They have a negative perspective on absolutely everything. They complain about the world, they gossip maliciously about other people, and they refuse to see any beauty or light in the present moment. When you sit and listen to them, attempting to be polite, your own magnetic field is forced to absorb the dense, heavy radiation of their bitterness. You find that after they leave, your own mood has plummeted, your body aches, and the quiet joy you felt earlier in the day has been entirely erased. They are a black hole of frequency, and they will consume all of your light if you do not step away from their gravitational pull. The modern world will tell you that to remove these people from your life, you need to have a massive confrontation. They tell you that you must write a long, emotional letter or sit down and explain exactly why they have hurt you, demanding closure and demanding that they understand your perspective. The sovereign monk knows that this is a foolish, exhausting trap. When you try to explain your boundaries to a toxic person, you are feeding them the exact energy they are seeking. You are giving them a debate, a drama, and a reason to engage. To manipulate the energy of reality and protect your peace, you must implement the profound, uncompromising protocol of the silent fade. The silent fade is the ultimate manifestation of the empty bowl. It is the realization that the most powerful response to disrespect and energetic vampirism is absolute, unshakable neutrality. You do not block them in a fit of rage. You do not announce your departure. You simply stop watering a dead plant. The next time the crisis creator calls you in a panic, you do not offer a solution. You listen quietly. You tell them you hope they figure it out, and you end the call. When the guilt tripper tries to drag you into the past, you do not defend yourself. You look at them with calm, empty eyes. You refuse to apologize for a fabricated crime, and you physically leave the room. When the chronic complainer tries to pull you into their gossip, you offer no reaction, no agreement, and no emotional fuel. You become the gray rock. You become incredibly boring, completely unreactive, and entirely unavailable. Because nature absolutely abhors a vacuum, when you remove the energetic supply, these people will eventually stop hunting you. They will realize that your temple is locked, that your frequency is impenetrable, and they will be forced to take their chaos elsewhere. This level of biological discipline requires a ruthlessness that will feel terrifying at first. Your ego will scream at you, telling you that if you stop carrying these people, you will end up completely alone. Let the ego scream. It is merely the death rattle of your old compliant identity, the identity of the exhausted people-pleaser. You must be willing to stand firm in the void of that terrifying silence. When you finally release the heavy, suffocating grip of these toxic relationships, your heart's electromagnetic field will expand. The dense fog of anxiety will lift from your mind. You will sleep deeply, You will wake up without the crushing weight of dread in your chest, and you will create a massive energetic vacuum of peace around you. And because the universe must fill that vacuum with circumstances that match your new sovereign frequency, you will find that the right people, people who bring light, respect, and effortless joy, will begin to gravitate toward you. I am issuing you a profound 48-hour magnetic challenge to anchor this wisdom into your physical reality. Sometime in the next 2 days, one of these energetic thieves is going to reach out to you. They are going to attempt to pull you into their crisis, their guilt, or their complaints. I absolutely forbid you from engaging. You will not offer advice, you will not defend yourself, and you will not absorb their dark frequency. You will offer them the impenetrable, beautiful silence of the mountain. You will practice the silent fade. Watch how the dynamic instantly shifts when you remove your resistance and refuse to be their emotional donor. Watch how your own nervous system sighs in relief when you finally choose yourself. I want you to anchor this profound biological and spiritual commitment into the physical world right now. Do not let this just be another video that you consume and forget. Go to the comments section below and type these exact words. I reclaim my energy. I protect my peace. When you type those words, you are sending a neurological signal through your entire body that the era of the exhausted savior is officially over. You are laying claim to your ultimate sovereignty. You have survived the hardest parts of this life, and you owe your peace to no one. Create the vacuum, command your frequency, let the heavy bonds fall away, and above all else, be well.